Hello dear student, myself Kanchan Vishramji Kumbhalkar, Assistant Professor of Sri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Akola. This is my 10th lecture based on MSc first year, first paper Inorganic Chemistry, Unit 4, B part, that is Metal Ligand Equilibria in Solution. So let's start the 10th lecture. This is the overall syllabus of Unit 4B part. Some part has been completed in a previous lecture. In this lecture, we will discuss with the relationship between the overall and stepwise stability or formation constant. And second point is that the relationship between the free energy change and overall formation constant. So let's start with the first point, that is relationship between the overall and stepwise stability constant. Now the relation between stepwise and overall stability constant. In previous lecture, I completely give an overall idea about the stepwise and overall stability constant. What is meant by stepwise? If there is a formation of a Ml6, a product that is a metal ligand complex, that is Ml6 octahedral complex, then if we are starting with the combination of single metal, that is M plus one ligand, and in successive way if you are adding a one ligand continuously up to the sixth ligand, then there are about six steps has been followed. So for each and every step there is a stability constant, and that stability constant is nothing but a stepwise stability constant. In simple way, if the stability constant or formation constant it is concerned with the step of reaction, then it is known as the stepwise formation or stability constant. Second type of stability constant is overall. Overall means if you take a 1M and 6L and there is a formation of Ml6, means it is the complete formation of a complex, and related with that if you are considering a constant, then that constant is nothing but a overall formation or overall stability constant, which has been indicated by this is the overall stability constant and this is the stepwise stability constant. Means if we form a Ml, if we want to form a Ml, for that the K1 is considered as the stepwise, and for that particular, if we want only the Ml as a complex, final complex as a product, then the overall stability or formation constant is nothing but a beta 1. In this case the beta 1 it is nothing but equal to the K1, because there is only single step, that is metal plus ligand formation of Ml as a complex, and this is your targeted product. But if you continuously adding another ligand, then there are two steps. M plus L give a Ml, this is first step. Then again successively you add a one more ligand into the Ml complex, which is a product of first step. Now Ml is a reactant of second step, in that you add a one more ligand, and then there is a formation of Ml2 as a final complex. Means in this reaction, what is the product? Final required product is Ml2. What are the different steps? First step and second step. For related with first step, there is a K1 which is known as the first step stabilizing or formation constant, and K2 is second stepwise stability or formation constant. But for a overall, the beta 2 is counted as the overall formation or stability constant. So similarly, if we are considering the same series of reaction for a n number, then on the basis of this two equation, we can write a general equation, that is beta n is nothing but a k1 into k2 into k3 into k4 up to the kn. N is any finite number. So in this case, beta n is nothing but a k1 into k2 into k3 into k4 and so on up to the into kn, and it can be write as the overall product of the n series of the stepwise formation constant, that is capital pi kn, means like summation. If we want a write in short a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus an, we can write a summation of a from range of 1 to n. Similarly, the product can be in mathematical term, we can write here a capital pi. So that is beta n, that is the overall stability or formation constant. It is nothing but a product of the stepwise stability constant for that particular number of steps. If you are using a 1 number, then there is equal to this one. If you are using a 2 number, then 1 into 2, that is your beta 2. Then beta n is nothing but a 1 2 up to the n, that is the stepwise product, E is nothing but the overall stability constant. So from above equation, it has been evident that the overall stability constant beta n or beta is equal to the product of the successive, that is stepwise stability constant, that is k1 k2 up to the kn. Now for the simplification purpose, we are just taking a log on both the sides. If we take a log of first equation, what is first equation? First equation is beta n is nothing but a product of k1 into k2 into k3 up to the kn. So taking log of this equation, we get log to the base 10 of beta n is equal to log of this one k1 plus log of k2 plus log of k3 plus log of kn up to the log of kn. We know that the rule of log, if the k1 into k2 into k3, then in the sense of log we should write a addition. So log k1 into k2 into k3 up to the kn, hence there is a log of k1 is added with the log of k2. We know that this rule. Hence the value of successive stability constant decreases regularly with some few exception. Means in this case, the log of beta n, log to the base 10 beta n is equal to log to the base 10 k1 plus log to the base 10 k2 plus log to the base 10 k3 and so on plus log to the base 10 kn. This is the relation in the sense of log of overall and stepwise stability constant. Now it has been stated that the value of successive stability constant, means stepwise stability constant, on the basis of this also the k1 value, k2 value and kn value can be accepted that it is regularly decreasing. Means k1 is greater than k2 then k3 than kn, but it is having some exception. But the rule is that the first step stability constant, the stepwise or successive stability constant for a first step is always greater than second step, then third step up to the nth step. So this is your relation between the beta n, that is the overall stability constant, and the stepwise stability constant. Next one, we take some example. Consider the example of cadmium ammonia complex. This is the system where the ligand is react with that of the central metal atom. Ligand is neutral one. Okay. So in first step, M, that is metal, combine with 1L, that is CD2 positive combined with NH3, 1 mole of 1 ligand. So there is a formation of a complex. In this case, this is the first step, and for that step the stability constant is considered as the stepwise stability constant, and it is having a value of 10 raised to the power 2.65. In second step, this product is a reactant here. Again the another molecule of ligand is added, and then there is a formation of this complex. Here a metal plus ligand, formation of Ml. Then Ml, which is the product of first step, here it is act as a reactant of second step, again combined with the ligand, that is NH3, and there is a combination of central metal atom and 2 ligand, that is Ml2. It is having the stepwise stability constant, that is K2, which is having a value of 10 raised to the power 2.10. Similarly, the third ligand has been introduced, which is having a stability constant. Because of it is a third step, hence it is considered as the K3, that is third stability constant. It is having a value of 10 raised to the power 1.44. And finally the cadmium combined with the final last fourth ligand and formation of a final complex, that is CdNH3 by 4. Now we targeted this as a product. We want this product. So for that we required 1 cadmium and 4 NH3. And for each step by step, there are the stability constant, and hence it is known as the stepwise stability constant or stepwise formation constant. And the product of K1 into K2 into K3 and K4 is nothing but a beta n. So because of it is a 4 step, therefore beta n is introduced as a beta 4, because there is a 4 step. In a fourth step, there is a completion of product. We required a product, this one, and that has been acquired, and the fourth step. Hence the beta 4 is a overall stability or formation constant, and it has been observed that from this it is nothing but the product of this all. We know that the 10 raised to the power x into 10 raised to the power y is nothing but a 10 raised to the power x plus y. Means simply by adding 2.65 plus 2.10, 1.44 and 0.93, we get a 7.12. Means it has been proved that the beta 4, it is nothing but the product of K1 into K2 into K3 and K4. This is the numerical which prove that this relation is correct. The another example is that the cadmium, in this case, in previous example we take a neutral ligand, but in this one there is a negative ligand is also there, but the same results has been observed. When the central metal atom combined with ligand, there is a formation of mono ligand complex. The first step, therefore the stability constant is K1. Similarly for the second step it is a K2, for third step it is a K3, and finally that is K4. It is the final destined product has been formed by combining the CdCN by 3 plus Cn negative, and finally we get the desired product. And the desired product has been occurred at the fourth step. Hence the overall stability constant is nothing but a beta 4, which is equal to 10 raised to the power 18.8. So it has been observed that with progressive intake of ligand, the metal ions become less electron greedy, hence the steady decrease in value of K1 and K2. It has been observed that at this stage the 10 raised to the power 5.48. In this stage it's a 5.12. In this case it is again decreases. At the fourth stage, this is the minimum. Means in previous slide we observe that the K1, it has been given that the K1 is greater than K2 and K3 and K4 so on. So it has been proved by this also. And why it has happened? It is because of when the ligand has been get added, when progressively there is an intake of ligand takes place. Ligand means the species which donate a lone pair to the central metal atom. When in this case the central metal atom does not acquire any electron pair from that of the ligand, because there is no single ligand attached with that of the central metal atom, it is completely single. Now when ligand has been approaching, it donate lone pair of electron to the central metal atom. Again in this case one ligand is already attached, the second one get attached, next third one get attached, and finally the fourth one. As there is a successively intake of ligand takes place, the greediness, the requirement of the central metal atom or the capacity to attract the central electron toward the central metal atom, in simple way the central metal ion become less electron greedy. Hence there is a continuously steady decrease in the value of K1, K2, K3 and so on. So in case of complexes of charged ligand also, the more important factor is responsible for the steady decrease are statical, steric hindrance and Coulombic factor. Means we observe two types of complex formation. First one is the with the neutral ligand. In this case the most important thing is that the less electron greediness of the central metal atom work to decrease the value of K1 up to the K4. But in this case the central metal atom is attacked by that of the negative ligand. In this case the most important factors are, first one is the steric hindrance, second one is the statistical, and third one is the Coulombic factor. These three most important factors govern, due to which the K1, K2, K3, K4 are successively continuously steady decreased. Higher is the value of stability constant for the complex. Now in this case K1 having the highest value. Higher is the value of stability constant for the complex ion, greater will be its stability. Means this is much more stable, this complex is much more stable as compared to this one. Means the K value, the species which is having a more K value, that species is much more stable. And one more another point is that if we take a reciprocal of stability constant, that is 1 upon K, which is measured as the extent of dissociation, which is called as that of the instability constant. If we know K is a stability constant, then reciprocal of K is nothing but a instability constant. Means K stability constant, 1 by K instability constant. If K having a large value, the complex is stable, and if 1 by K, that is instability constant, if having the larger value, then it gives a dissociation, means the complex is less stable. Means the on the basis of 1 by K, which is also known as the reciprocal of stability constant, which is also measured as the extent of dissociation. If this complex is stable, then it does not give a dissociation easily, it does not break down into the ions easily. But if it is unstable, then it gives a easiness of dissociation. So 1 by K is also known as the instability constant, which is also known as the dissociation constant, and for the greater stability we must require a smaller value of dissociation constant, that is 1 by K. So in a simple word, you should remember that K is a stability constant. If it is larger, the complex is stable. Second, 1 by K, that is reciprocal of stability constant, is also known as the instability constant or dissociation constant, and it should be smaller then the stability of complex is greater. So this, if for the greater stability of complex, we must require a value of K greater, and we must require a value of 1 by K, that is instability constant is less, so or smaller. So these are the interrelation between the K and 1 by K. Now the next point is the relationship between the free energy change and the overall formation constant. This is the free energy change, that is delta G0. The standard free energy change is related to the overall formation constant by this relation. Now here given a equation, that is delta G0 is equal to minus 2.303 RT log to the base 10 beta. This is the relation having a overall stability constant and the free energy change. But it has been also given that the delta G is equal to delta H0 minus T delta S. This is the thermodynamical equation of free energy or Gibbs free energy. Now this is equal to this and this also equals to this. So this side is equal to this side. Hence we can write the minus 2.303 RT log to the base 10 beta is equal to delta H0 minus T delta S0, where R gas constant, T is absolute temperature, beta is a overall stability constant or formation constant, delta H0 is a standard free energy change. Similarly here the delta H0 is nothing but a standard enthalpy, T is again absolute temperature, and delta S0 is nothing but a standard entropy. So by this equation has been occurred by comparing these two equations. Now dividing above equation by capital T, that is absolute temperature. So we get minus 2.303 R log to the base 10 beta is equal to delta H0 upon T minus delta S0, because we divide whole equation by T. So this equation has been got. Now this minus sign has been cleared from this side. So for that purpose we have to multiply this equation by minus 1. So we get, or simply we get 2.303 R log to the base 10 beta is equal to delta S0, because minus sign, minus plus, delta S0 minus delta H0 upon T, that is this equation, that is 2.303 log to the base 10 beta delta S0 minus delta H0 upon T. From this equation or from this relationship, it has been clear that the complex formation, beta indicate the formation of complex. The complex formation is favored by the negative entropy, means the entropy should be negative, and enthalpy should be negative, and the entropy must be positive. So from this above relationship, it has been cleared that the complex formation is favored by negative enthalpy and positive entropy, or in other word, if the amount of heat evolved in a reaction, if it is more, negative enthalpy means the reaction must be exothermic. Exothermic means heat evolved. The more amount of heat is evolved, more amount of delta H0 become high negative. And second one, if more amount of entropy means the amount of disorder must be greater, means for the higher stability of a complex, there must be a greater amount of heat is evolved, means higher exothermic reaction, and the greater the amount of disorder, that is the more value of entropy in a positive sense, means the greater the amount of disorder must be there for the product in the reaction, then your complex is stable. And this is the final relationship between the free energy change and the overall formation constant. So this is all about for this lecture. In next lecture we will start with the some factors affecting the stability constant. Up till then, take care, be safe, stay safe. Thank you very much.